Hey, I'm Dave Fannin with Body Form Personal Training, Fitness Bootcamps. I want to talk to you today about diets, which is, sometimes everybody's favorite subject or most unfavorite subject, just depending on, where you're at on the spectrum. And the thing is that people come to me and they're looking for a line-by-line, one-size-fits-all meal plan. And here's the deal, is that, if you're looking for a meal plan, you can go online and go to Google and just look up fat loss diet, and there will be, I think, around 31 million results. And the thing is that dieting has been around forever. You can even look back at some of the first newspapers in the very, there would be small ads for weight loss diets that you could send away for by mail, and they send it to you. This is, back in the 1800s, early 1900s. It's always been around. It's always been an issue, is weight loss and that sort of thing. So when you're looking at diets, out of those 31 million, there's really only 3 types of diets when you drill it all the way down. There's more of, which you can think of as high protein or high carb sometimes. There's less of, if you want to look at low fat or low carb, and Atkins falls under that, is low, because you're looking at low carb or almost no carb. And then there's food combination, where you're looking at eat this with this and you'll lose weight. And you can think of the zone, or anything where food is designated by color, and then you just put a purple and a green together for each meal. So there really is, at the end of the day, only 3 types of diets out there. But the one thing, the DNA that runs through all diets is planning. At the end of the day, all diets force you at some point to stop and to think about what you're doing and make a plan. And the power isn't so much in the plan itself, it's in the planning. There's a study in 92 of hip and knee replacement patients in Scotland, and these were basically day laborers that were in their late 60s and early 70s that had never really made more than $10,000 a year, high school education at most, and a British psychologist went in to set up a program to find out, what could help with these people with their rehab from a knee and a hip operation, because recovery requires, immediately after you come out of anesthesia to start moving, and it's very arduous. And these people had the lowest chance of possibly recovering because, they just weren't going to be compliant over time. So everyone got a 13-page book for recovery, but in the back of half of the patients, there was also an extra 13 pages that said, for each week of recovery, my goal this week is. And what they were asked to do was to write down a goal for that week of recovery and rehab, and then what their plan was. And what they found was that the people that had a plan recovered twice as fast. They became mobile twice as fast. They were able to put their clothes on faster. They started being able to make their own meals and get mobile and start recovering faster. They were getting out of chairs quicker. And so recovery across the board for those people who had a plan was twice as fast. And they wondered why. And so the answer was, when the psychologist started looking through all the journals, what she was seeing was they were able to foresee possible problems. As soon as I roll out of bed, the goal was to walk and exercise from the bedroom to the bathroom for one gentleman, and he knew that the pain point would be the highest when he stepped out of bed. So in his journal he wrote, make your first step immediately. He knew that if he stepped out of bed and the pain became too great and he stopped and sat down, he wouldn't keep going forward. So he had made a plan to make that first step immediately when he rolled out of bed. The key to the planning was to foresee possible obstacles and how to overcome them. And that's where the power is. And that's why when we sit down with clients, it's not, the magic isn't in the meal plan. That's easy. I could give that to you today. It's in the planning, being able to say, what time do you normally eat? 7:30 a.m. What is the best possible choice? What can you do quickly? And that's why we like to use meal replacements, because it takes less than a minute. Most people don't have a lot of time in the morning. So you can do the same thing. You can download the 100 Best Foods list. There's a link above or below this video, and just check off every food that you know, like, and trust. And then just take a piece of paper. And if you're eating 3 meals a day, great. If you're eating 3 meals and 2 snacks, great. If you're eating 2 meals, try to go to 3. But just write down breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. And then take the 100 Best Foods and just plug them in. There's no magic to it. And the best thing about the 100 Best Foods list is you can't overeat. Real food is self-limiting. Just ask yourself, how many apples can I eat at one sitting? How many chicken breasts? And if you get hungry, have an entire bowl of blueberries. You're good. So that's planning. And in the planning is the power, because it lets you foresee, where am I going? If I can't get to someplace to eat, I can have a meal replacement. Or if I don't get home from dinner, I know that I'm going to have to make a good choice when I'm out. So it gives you the chance to foresee possible problems and then have a plan. Because the power isn't in a meal plan. Because if the plan doesn't work for you and you can't foresee, obstacles or how to get through it, then it's not going to work. And most people know, and we know from our own research and from our own experience, that the more complicated and complex a diet is, the higher the failure rate. So we like to keep it simple. The power is in the planning. Just like with exercise, a lot of this is not what you think it is. It's not about the push-ups, it's about the showing up. And when it comes to diet nutrition, it's not about the meal plan, it's about the planning. So I hope this helps you. I hope it helps keep you on track. That way, if you read an article in Self Magazine and you can't eat just like that model does, that's okay. What you need to do is find the plan that works for you, and that's the one that counts. It's just like working out. What time? The time that works for you. So I hope this helps you out. If you like it, share it. Let me know. Comment in below what works for you, and I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm Dave Fannin with the Body Firm Personal Training, Fitness Bootcamps. Talk to you guys later.